This is just another kind of, it's not really a talk show, but it's one-on-one interview with our youth, and he's also a geologist. He was grounded in the field. We are about to start again. We've already started this topic, Save the Green Nigeria, because we want to save the green economy. That means we want to tackle the challenges of climate change, global warming. Please, we know you very well here. You are Mr. Kolade Salau. You are welcome to this program, and we wish that at the end of this program that the whole world will learn from you, and Nigerians out there, I mean the youth, they will learn something from you. We just want to ask you, just give us a brief description of this climate change, and maybe two effects and solutions to these two effects.
Okay, thank you. Firstly, when you're talking about the climate changes, you say what's the climate? Just all the conditions of a particular environment over a long period of time. It involves things like the weather, the annual rainfall, and every other things. But you see, the topic, climate change, fine, people say it's new, but it's not new. It has always been there. Because when you go back, because in geology we believe the earth is around about 450 million years old. And now presently we accept that human beings, or we say Homo sapiens better, are the higher animal now. But there have been many ages on the earth. There have been periods when we had the dinosaurs. Because it's the Jurassic era, mostly the Mesozoic period. There has been the Ice Age, not very far away from now. The question you ask yourself is, why can't we see those animals now again? Why most of them disappear? You say they go into extinction. The simple answer is the change in the climate, the change in their environment. Like during the dinosaurs, you would have expected that the kind of environment they would be living would be one that would suit them. But what might have caused the extinction of the dinosaurs? Okay, the dinosaurs are very large animals. When they walk, you expect to hear the gravity and the rate at which they move. This can cause earthquakes, tornadoes, and disorderness in the earth structure. So it's like they are making the earth unstable. So when it reaches one extent, they are making the earth unstable and their population is increasing.
You're just saying activities of man?
Yes, activities of dinosaurs then cause them to go into
Okay. UNCCC program on climate change, the definition they gave just labeled it that it's mainly because of man. Yes, now let's remember this greenhouse effect and aerosol, and we said land abuse, something like deforestation. Just identify these ones in some areas of Nigeria, maybe in Niger Delta, maybe in other areas.
When you're talking about the climate changes, I think the most important topic here is the global warming. And when you talk about the global warming, everybody says global warming, but what is really the global warming? Okay, the earth is warming up, is heating up. Why? Some countries should be happy that the earth is warming up. Maybe a country like Poland. But why is everybody bothered? Why are they not happy? Okay, when you feel the effect of the sun to a much more greater extent, it becomes a problem, because too much of everything is not good. Now, due to the activities of men, the ozone layer is depleting. Okay, the earth is warming up. Then the North Pole, the North Pole is a very cold region of the earth. So when you're talking about the earth structure, the earth must always be in a state of isostasis. There must be a balancing effect. Like when something is falling, something must be rising. Okay, now imagine there is excess melting of the ice up there, up north, and the rate at which it's solidifying, it's forming ice back, is reducing. Then what happens to the sea? The sea level rises. If the sea level rises, then you're not talking about flooding, you're talking about mass erosion. So this is really dangerous. For instance, you might see some areas are landlocked areas.
Yes.
Okay, what about the areas that are open to the sea? You see, the water is so powerful that it can wipe off a whole country. So I think when you want to talk about the climate, you have to really deal about the parts of the global warming effect.
Okay.
Then when you now talk about what causes this global warming, then you now talk about maybe the greenhouse effect, the gases being emitted. We all know how these gases are emitted, we all know what are causing, but the major thing causing this is the burning of fossil fuel.
Okay.
Because that is the major source of energy.
That means we should reduce the way we burn fossil fuels so that maybe let me say we should just get alternative energy.
That's just the only solution to all this problem is reducing the amount of fossil fuel being used. But can we really reduce it? Okay, let's find an alternative source of energy.
Like what? Like
there are so much. I guess the most common one is the use of photovoltaic cells. We call it solar inverters.
okay.
When you use lenses to absorb the power of the sun, then convert it to heat energy. From heat energy, you can convert it to other forms.
No much pollution to the air.
The only problem that I can see with the solar energy usage is it is expensive.
Okay.
Because these solar inverters, these lenses, they are quite expensive. So to get them, then the amount of such cells that you need to generate, when you're talking about energy usage, you think about many things. The amount of energy you are putting in to generate the amount, so it's expensive. That's the only problem.
So I saw a program where we call her the Minister of Environment, Mrs. Halima Alai. I saw where she was encouraging people to plant trees.
That
should be up now.
You see,
what is the meaning of that?
You see now, there are some parts of Nigeria that from time being they are highly exposed to droughts.
Okay.
Because there are areas that they don't usually experience lots of rainfalls.
Okay.
Now imagine us now feeling more effect of the sun.
What should we do?
The only thing they can do is like the desert is encroaching. The desert is moving inward. So planting of trees is a very good. Then discouraging deforestation.
Okay, deforestation.
Most discouraging.
Okay, now the final thing now is we are talking to youth of Nigeria, the rest of the world, and we also believe that the President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua is moving on with other international bodies raising funds to battle the effects of climate, and we have seen so many activities of UNDP, we have seen NEST. So now, I want to ask, what can you tell the youth of Nigeria and the youth of the world totally? What should be their path in the fight against, in the change against the sudden effects of climate change?
Okay. You see, what everybody just needs to do now is probably, because we can't really do anything.
Okay.
There are people there that can do something.
Okay.
What we can do now is just have things like this. Let them know that we know that there is problem.
Okay.
Because most of them might not be here when the effects of this problem starts. Fine, most of us also might not be here. But why not save the future from now? Because
we should create awareness.
Yes, that's just
we should also let people know what to do. Reduce your burning of fuel. Don't pollute your environment. And don't
dumping of unnecessary debt. Because now when the flooding starts and the water has no good drainage to move, then
don't cut trees anyhow.
Don't cut trees anyhow.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You are really, in fact, you are really an example to our youth. And thank you very much for your attention here and for your contribution. You're really a great youth. Thank you very much. Please, the rest of the world, the youth, I also tell you to start organizing activities like this and also do something on your own, because the earth is ours to protect. We cannot destroy our earth. It's given to us to protect and also to enjoy the things in it. Thank you very much, all that are watching this program. Please save your green economy.